Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Nico here, and this is another episode of Top 30. Seems I was speaking alone because it was muted that whole time. That will teach me to double check my settings before going live and before recording as well, because this is live on Twitch and recorded for YouTube obviously. So what I was saying all this time is basically that we had a bit of an upsetting game last round. We ended up third, but it was not the worst, but that says a lot about the game when you say that you're not too unhappy with the third place. So yeah, we are first player here, not a very balanced hand, but we can make it work as player one. Obviously we would go to smuggling in that case, especially as Yuna gives us already 2 Solari to work with. And yeah, leaving Baron to player 2 here was maybe a bit surprising from Radek and Polyboy here. But yeah, Baron's play is also quite surprising, to be fair. Take negotiation as first. Did he value artillery that much, is it? Yeah, okay. Seems to be a player that adjusts a lot to his environment, which is interesting, because it might not be a bad play, but very different from what I would have done. I would have gone to Hardy Warriors or Fold Space, if not. Maybe he didn't have the cards, that's another possibility. Let's see when the end of this round comes. But it is an unusual game to, first of all, not see Baron being picked up first or second in the draft, and seeing Fold Space available up to the 4th player. That's quite surprising. And what are we doing here? We don't have much of a choice. It's either a city space or Imperial Basin. I think it will be a city space. Probably card tag. Could actually try to go to power play if we draw something nice here. Thing is, I don't really want to draw anything but the convincing argument. All the rest will be a bit of a waste, especially diplomacy, seek allies, but Dune as well. If smuggling is open for us, although we are player 4, so probably not, but yeah, all of that to say I don't really want to draw a card. Let's see what we get there. Private army. Not a big fan of the conflict here. Anyways, it's already lost for us, so we could go for 2nd or 3rd place. Let's send in one troop. 1 troop for 1 spice is maybe a bit expensive, but it's also just for the prospect of maybe getting 2 out of it, depending on what other players do here. We might see an early reveal from Baron if that persuasion was for a power play. It is an early reveal from Brito though, who couldn't do anything anymore with his card, so it was a forced early reveal. And now another early reveal, but that one not forced, it is for a power play. Now that does not leave a great choice to us. I guess it's just gonna be a liaison. Now let's see. I would assume Baron didn't have any faction accesses, and that's why he couldn't trigger his master stroke nor go to false place. Oh, he did have a diplomacy. So his choices are very curious. Ah, maybe he drew it with Arakin actually. Most likely. Most likely that was the case, yes. So we do just get one spice out of it. Baron weighing up. He at least has his Seek allies for sure. He drew a card before, so he might... I mean, he definitely has one card he already had played last round. But yeah, anyways, he can for sure do Hardy Warriors if he wants to. I would obviously love to have smuggling open for ourselves, but I'm not sure this can happen. Interesting. Maybe he's got the diplomacy for Hardy Warriors next agent, which would give him early shipping access next round. Or did he think maybe of blocking early shipping for Leto? Could also be the case, but obviously makes it a bit less likely for a smuggling, I thought. But then again, Leto had other priorities here, so we might just get to it. Yeah, still one last player between us and smuggling, and he might just take it because obviously as Armand, I mean everyone, but especially Armand needs his Swordmaster as soon as possible for the coordination to work fine here while still getting influence with the factions. And the quickest way is probably smuggling. But let's see, we could be surprised. Not everyone has the same priorities, and I would really love that to happen. And it does, amazing. So he blocks also potential master stroke in case Baron had his second faction access. Did he play diplomacy actually first, or no Seek ally, so he might not have it. Or did he change his mind? Don't do that to me. Okay, amazing. Seems he changed his mind about changing his mind. And that means we get our Swordmaster with our second agent this round, which is amazing. I really like that setup with Yuna. The fact that you don't depend on anyone else to get your Swordmaster round 2 or anything else, because the combat obviously wouldn't work neither, but the double smuggling makes it happen for you every time, given her passive ability of earning more Solari. Problem is, we will again have a low persuasion revealed, and I'm a bit worried that this could impact us going forward. Then again, there were not like incredible cards neither for others, just a power play for Armand to keep in mind. Maybe not fight him too much on a given alliance, because he could easily overtake. Yeah, so our third and last agent after the Swordmaster will go either to Still Suits or Wealth. Maybe Still Suits actually. Let's see what Baron reveals, because we will be in a position to see that. Oh, but we are giving up on our dagger now, obviously. So that's not really coming into play. But still, getting an entry card or a water out of it could feel good. Oh, that's just too bad. I would really have liked that one, obviously, but it came just one too early. And the power play, but we can't get there. So, given that, we will play Diplomacy, keep Seek Allies for a later stage, because 3 Persuasion does not really help us. 2 will be enough. Maybe we send in 2. We tie with Leto, we take Baron out of the rewards. We get a water out of this play. Yeah, I think we can do that. I mean, let's see, he's got an intrigue, so he could take us both out of the rewards actually. Both Leto and I, although Leto has an intrigue, so he might also be able to defend himself. But let's see. Okay, so we stay in the rewards anyways. And we brought Leto down to the 3rd place reward with us. Now I think we might go for a water, to be honest, to pick up the Great Flat. I like the intrigue card though, but no, let's take certainty this time. I am usually gambling on these, but this time I feel like water could be valuable to us. Oh, Leto seems to have made the same choice as us. We have a bit too good of a hand. Actually, it's okay, because signaturing we can't activate anyways. Unless we dedicate 1 to wealth and 1 to smuggling. But that would require smuggling to be open for a 2nd agent. Because I don't want to use Dune, I want to use 2 factions cards and signaturing. Then again, Great Flat could be an idea, but no one has 2 water yet, so we could delay that. Although the rewards here are water, so let's keep an eye on what other players do. I would like Chomerky though. Flagship would also be nice, but I think Chomerky is a bit more within our reach. Yeah, and Armand probably goes to smuggling himself. So. Maybe we go to Fault Space actually, blocking the other 2 from getting there. Yeah, I quite like that. Oh, okay, so he's getting the access for himself. So Let me use seek allies first, because we might need that persuasion. If we can stretch to a power play, maybe signaturing to High Council seat could also make sense. Yeah, let's see. Lots of uses for that signaturing. Actually, we could give up on diplomacy, do High Council, and Dune takes a great flat. Could also work. And I mean, as long as no one else is close to 2 water, we are good. But it just means a Baron getting involved in the conflict is already 2 water. But we would be first player, I mean, playing before him next round, although we only have one yellow access. I think I want to use the signet ability over getting a High Council seat, even if it means we can't get to power play, because I feel like with his Minimic film and the fact he drew a card now and another one with the Initiate, Leto most likely gets to it before us anyways. So yes, let's do signet to smuggling, and then keep our options open between diplomacy or great flat. For liaison, 5 again, he ended. So signaturing as expected. We really get with the Spacing Guild, hopefully getting another bump soon. Hardy Warriors, so that's his war to spend. So I do think we don't need to go to Great Flat this round, we can keep it for... Oh, that's his Master Sword actually, didn't realize, but indeed we blocked him, not we, but let's say the opponents of Baron did block him last round, and the one before he didn't have any access. Okay, now everyone but us have shipping access. Oh, and it was not used this round actually, didn't realize. Oh, Chomark is gone. But Shuttle Fleet could be worth it for us. What do we have here? We have a bit of a unimpressive hand, let's say, prospects at least. So if we get a Dune and a Dagger, it could be our next move to go grab the Great Flat and then grab the Shuttle Fleet. Could be nice for us. What's the... that's the artillery, yes, okay. Artillery, Chomarky and Minimic film he does have. Here, yeah, Shuttle Fleet is something we hope getting for ourselves. So that means we leave the great flat for next round, or do we still go already? Quite like the idea of already getting a bit of additional influence there. Could even go for a water and send another troop for another water actually. It's not the worst idea. I think it kinda makes us self-sufficient for a while, if we can say so. Oh, but Leto still has an agent. Yeah, well, let's count on the fact he does not join. Oh yeah, of course I should have thought about that. No one went for shipping, so he would not even join the conflict. But it's good, we made the right decision then. Do we have two liaisons already? No, we only have one. And one here. So yeah, let's take a third one, and I think that should be enough. But we really need something for our deck here, because we only acquired liaisons up to now, which is not ideal. And we would actually have been maybe in a position to get the power play before Leto actually. Yeah. We can't win it anyways, but it's good to remember that we have a private army. Is Baron greedy or not? Does he try to go for the two alliances there? I think if I were him, I would rather take 1 point with the Emperor here, so that this is behind us, and go for one of those two alliances. Which one is a bit personal, but it seems he goes for the greedy play, which might work. I'm not saying it does not, but if the other players coordinate a bit to play against him, because here he takes a bit of an early lead, he might not be in a position to get them both. Oh, that's not great. Thankfully nobody else has to water yet, but we have our play is right there. We can maybe go and draw it. Let's hope we draw that and not the liaison. Because otherwise our plan of getting a shuttle fleet this round is a bit down the drain. So what we need is for Armand not to go to Arakin and not to grab some water. But I guess that F means he does not have interstellar shipping access. Although he didn't go already last round. Oh, but he mixed his deck, so we have no way of knowing exactly what's happening there. Okay, yeah, well, that's good. He takes one alliance away, but I guess it means he indeed did not have shipping access there. But that's good. It kind of means this is for the bin, most likely. So we will try and get that Dune. Come on. Oof. Okay, that's good. That's very good. We can let it be like that for now, because anyways we visit the combat space afterwards. But I think we can try to fight for this conflict with 2 troops in, plus 1 dagger that we wouldn't have played, plus private army. Would bring us to 10. I mean, if we have a chance, we might just commit those 2 troops in, yeah. Our next card here is the liaison. Just need to hope nobody goes for tech negotiation with their last agent, because that would lower the value of a shuttle fleet, obviously, because we would have it for one less early round, and it would suck a bit, and we obviously need to start with grabbing the spies to buy it, so we don't really have a choice there. But yeah, let's send in. I think we have a chance there. We have a shot at that conflict, at least as it stands now. Still no one on for their Swordmaster here, which is surprising, because we got it round 2, so already last round nobody got it, and this round most likely nobody will get it either. Unless somehow someone recalls before Lito's turn, then he would have enough with 7. But it does not look like that is happening. Okay, Baron fighting, so if we want to have a shot at winning, we will need private army. But that was quite obvious. Oh, I was scared this was going to tech negotiation. Alright, so it seems our plan is intact and we can go for shuttle fleet. We could even go to flagship, to be fair, but I see more value in shuttle fleet right there. Because the Solari, we kind of need it constantly. Also, we don't have a high council seat, so it's also something we still need for that. And those 2 bumps will be valuable, because here it means we could potentially hope for a shipping if we have the access next round. And it is also a bit cheaper, so lower commitment. So this and the Emperor, I think. We could also try and fight Baron actually for the alliance, but we don't have great cards. The only cards that would allow us is actually with the shipping recall or with diplomacy. So I feel like let's rather not waste. Yeah, let's not waste our influence here, because we could also have a potential double bump next round if we have our signaturing. We could then use it on shipping, get Solari, and that will be enough for the double bump here, actually. Alright, Baron at 10 means we, best case, can just die him, and it's not worth it for me. These 4 Solari are not too bad, because that would, or even 2 would be enough for a high council, given now we have shuttle fleet. We earn 2 Solari at the start of every round. If we can get signaturing in our next hand, that would be very nice. That would be very nice. We would probably not be in a position to go to High Council, but we could then snatch the alliance away from Baron. And then his 2 bumps here that he chose as reward of conflict, 3 was it, or 2? Would be a bit worthless. This is a bit of a curious play from Lito, because he had Emperor, for instance, potentially to be taken as influence with his signet ability, but he chose to chase that alliance potentially. Let's see. Oh, so he sneaked in front of us there. Smuggler Thopter sounds good. The drawing I like. Another one. That's not great. Means we're out of the points if we don't do anything, and I think we will then draw with Baron to at least get something out of it. Hopefully force Solari, and at the same time, if we tie with Baron or force him into playing a combat card, it's not the worst. Costs us 2 spies though, so it's not ideal, but it is what it is. Yeah, just too bad he had so many swords, because otherwise it means we would have been able to get a win. Oh, no shipping access, what is this? We had 4 cards. That's not great. Are we going for a Manta? I don't know. Yeah, that sucks a bit, to be fair. Manta or High Council? I'm trying to think what is best for us. Maybe a Manta. Let's just see what we draw. Yeah, Murphy's Law. We get the Dune the Desert Planet, which obviously will not be useful anymore because shipping will be taken by then. So maybe Manta was not the right call. I mean, to be fair, a Signature could still have been helpful. Smuggle Scepter as well. Reconnaissance. Maybe we just do a secret to get that influence going. Or we go to wealth, actually get closer to that alliance. Okay, Baron probably taking that alliance then. Yeah, fine margins. Had we had this card in hand already, he would not be able, at least not to go to shipping. And we might have been able to delay his alliance there. Or is he going for something else? Would be funny to see him fight here on the Spacing Guild. We might go for a High Council. Oh yeah, he is fighting there. Amazing. That's funny. We might go for a High Council seat this turn, because might be that Baron decides to go for it, given Armand will most likely get his Swordmaster now. Yeah, I think we take High Council. maybe we rather go for a wealth actually, because that puts us at 4 Solari and then a bit closer to activating the signet ring again. Because we don't have much faction accesses, so we kind of need to, first of all, use it when we have it, that for sure. Diplomacy will be used this round. But also try to count on the signet ability maybe to get some influence. We won't need much more, to be fair. We need 2 here to get a friendship and probably 2 here to get an alliance. And that is already quite good and balanced. Our points are not really that impressive here neither, so that's fine. But yeah, obviously the points that are worth a lot are those at like being contested. And it seems none have been taken. Chom shares, obviously, that's a bit of a different one, but not something we could have fought for. Oh, was it his power play then? I didn't fully see what happened. But that's amazing. They were both competing and he just sneaked in front. Power play, yes. That is funny. I really like that because it, like, their use of influence has been a bit negated by that play, which I don't mind because we were not involved in that race. Feels good to see it as an external party. Wasn't there another power play though? I think, yeah, Archduke. So that might be a bit of a risk from Lito if... Ah no, he played it. He did play it. Oh right, he did by sneaking in front of Baron. So it was a double power play sneak attack here. One from Archduke first and then from the Duke. Funny. Will he fight for it though? It's maybe not over. Where does he take his influence? He does! That's amazing. That's really funny. I appreciate that. Maybe actually we go for Haga Basin here, because then it would also free up Conspire for us. That would mean we already have enough Solari for the Signet ability. Because otherwise I was thinking we will be last players, so if smuggling is taken, we won't have any way of getting Solari given we don't have any Emperor access. So yeah, I quite like that actually, trying to get that behind. Seems someone's getting a bit impatient, but I mean I can understand. I'm also a bit annoyed when players always rope it like to the last second, but I don't feel like I've been doing that much. Then again, I might be a bit slower indeed, because talking at the same time, walking you guys through my ideas and why I'm doing certain things obviously takes a bit of time. Oh, Lady Jessica would be amazing. And I guess we will get to her because Armand only has 3 cards. That's very nice for us. Well, he draws one here, but even like that he actually only gets to 3 cards again, so... Oh, but wait, that means we need to early reveal. Unless we do selective reading, now we can. Yeah, let's do selective reading. I really want Lady Jessica. And too bad for the Signet ability, because she will give us that bump that the Signet would have given us. And this feels like we can purify a bit our deck from 1 dagger. It might give us enough for a Spice Must Flow though. But I think we will still take Lady Jessica here. It's a bit counter to what I would usually do, but... I think taking it away from our competitors and getting closer to potentially also Bene Gesserit alliance on top of maybe an Emperor one there could be worth it. It's a tough call, but yeah, I think I'll make it. Let's do it. We don't have any. No, so yeah, let's take that point. Now we are done with all friendships already, so that's fine. But yeah, if we can fight for 2 alliances, would be good. But yeah, one thing after the other, obviously. Let's take a bit of persuasion there. No more liaison. So that's it. Thing is, usually I would go for a Spice Must Flow 9 times out of 10 there. But our deck is horrible right now. We only got the Smuggler Thopter. The rest were only liaisons, if I remember correctly. So having that Lady Jessica with the Bene Gesserit access on top can be very valuable. Okay, Signaturing is here. Let's hope smuggling is open for us. Then we could do Smuggler Thopter to smuggling. Would be nice. If it's taken, we will probably still play Smuggler Thopter first to get that mixed together. Which looks not great, but Diplomacy and Lady Jessica are the 2 cards we absolutely want to see again as soon as possible. And he goes up twice. This is surprising. A bit of a low tempo, if you ask me, especially given he's a bit far from his other friendships there. Leto securing it, so Armand's last ditch effort there was vain. What tech does Baron want that much? I mean, he's got 0 spice as well, so it is very slow play. I think to go up twice here was a bit of a, I would say, mistake, at least from what I see here. Maybe he's got something to trigger it by the end of this round, but if not, it will probably prove to be a bit too slow of a play. Okay, amazing. We can go to smuggling with the Thopter, and we will do so right now. Diplomacy, amazing. Where will diplomacy go now? Could be diplomacy to wealth, and then signaturing to a combat space to trigger that and get the 2 troops. Probably not for this round, but in the garrison, and maybe still committing 1 or 2 to get a bit of Solari out of it. The other option is diplomacy to selective breeding. Thing is, we would need to trash Smuggler Thopter. And if we draw Lady Jessica, it's not great because I can't play all 3 signaturing, diplomacy and Lady Jessica. So no, I don't like the selective breeding play, even if it would maybe or most likely bring us to a Spice Must Flow. I favor getting the 2 alliances right now, and I think it is something we can try to fight for. Let's see what Armand does. Still suits. He's fighting now this alliance. This is amazing. This is really best case scenario for us. Look at this wasted influence from Armand and Baron. I don't say it's their fault, obviously. It's the situation that made it happen that way. But in hindsight, this is useless influence that they took. So it puts us in a very nice position, to be fair. Because we can try to get those two alliances for ourselves, and right now none of them have even close to enough influence to compete with us. So yeah. Signaturing actually to Arakin might draw us, I mean if it draws us Lady Jessica it's too bad, it is a bit of a shame. But we have here 4 possibilities of cards that I would like to draw with it, out of 7, and it would give us a Spice Must Flow, so maybe we do it that way, if it's open. But if we draw Lady Jessica, we have a horrible hand after that. I'm not sure I'm willing to risk it, to be honest. Then again, I am a gambler, so I hear the word risk. I see fun. But we might regret it. We might regret it, but we have to try it. I think it could be a high reward play. Come on. Yes, that's amazing, better than a liaison. That's the best card we could have drawn. There were 2 of them, and that's the best we could have drawn. Yeah, let's take the alliance there. We could send in 1 troop, it might give us 2nd place. Not sure, Armand still has 1 agent, but I think we will send in 1. So yes, here a Spice Must Flow, that's 7. Next round we really need to hope that Lady Jessica ends up in our hand. Then probably Selective Breeding, bringing us another Spice Must Flow by the end of the round. I would make sure of that. That would be 8, and I think it is feasible based on the cards we have here already. That would be 8, and then hopefully that alliance would be 9. Maybe not by end of next round though, but it seems we should be going at least to round 8 based on the number of points we all have right now. Does he retreat here? He does. Well, that's too bad because we can't compete with 4, which is a shame. We just get to 3. But then again, it's just about the Menta, so it's not that big of a deal. I would hope, however, that Armand does not join, because I would really want an entry card out of it, and we seem to be getting one. Alright, Armand is fighting nails and teeth for an alliance there. Let's hope we get that one at least, because otherwise having 2 alliances that high without an alliance, I mean 2 factions that high without an alliance would hurt a bit. He's got 10 influence in total, but only 2 points out of it, whereas we, for instance, have 10 in total And we have 5 points out of it, which is actually insane when you think about it. It's 3 more points by just shifting, I mean, how do you say, like smoothing it out of, like, between the factions. So yeah, very interesting. What has Baron, for instance? He's got 6, 11, so he's got more influence, and Leto has 6, 8. He's the one with least influence. That's surprising. That's a bit useless for us, unless we get a plans within plans, but it is a bit useless as it stands. Alright, Lady Jessica's here. That's amazing. Just need to hope that selective reading remains open for us. Would probably trash the dagger if we can get there. Let's see, because Armand has quite some spice on him, but he might rather use a hayliner for himself there. I would be happy if he does so, because he's the one with least number of points right now, so if he can catch up a bit, would bring the game a bit closer and not allow, for instance, Baron to go to 8 VPs would be good. Still suits. Alright, so he does take the alliance and locks it in. Oh, that's good. That's good for us as well, because Baron, as we said, had a bit more points than the others. Now they just equalized everything. It is very funny. Okay, so we draw 4 cards with that play, and we get closer to the alliance, which feels good. Let's first trash a card, otherwise we might risk to remix the deck before. So we trash a dagger. Alright, diplomacy is in our hand, meaning we hope secrets is open, then we can go and get it as well. Would be quite nice. And the Smuggler Thopter would draw us another 2 cards. But it is not very useful for us, so, because we won't be able to get to 18. Persuasion. But on the other hand, drawing 2 cards out of this makes way for maybe a better hand next round, because except the signet ring, the rest is not really desirable. Yeah, I think I like secrets, because we could try to fish for plans within plans. Because with Know Their Ways we can get it here, and this we could get with the signet ring next round, for instance. So I don't mind getting 2 intrigues now. And I mean, I know we can't wish for a specific one, and usually it does not happen, but, or actually even corner the market, any endgame, not any endgame though, because Grand Conspiracy would actually also yield us at least 1 point. And no, most of the endgames would work for us. So let's try to fish for 1. Spice must flow. Leto has 1. Baron 0. Armand 0, and we have 1. And 2 after this round. So yes, we will fish for 2 intrigues here. Let's hope for something good. lands within plunge would be amazing. Corner of the market as well. Both would be unrealistic to wish for. Yeah, okay, none of them. But that's fine. I mean, we were trying, but it's not something you can really expect. You can just hope for the best and see what happens. But we could draw. So Smugglerthopter, for instance, brings us down to 11. And then we could draw 3 cards with Poison Snooper on top of it. 11. No, we get to 17 best case scenario. That's the absolute best case. I think, yes, we will still use Smugglerthopter and hope that we don't get the Signet Ring. Spice Must Flow would be good to get out of the way. Convincing Argument as well. A Liaison, a bit neutral about that one. Or do we keep the Smugglerthopter and rather do Reconnaissance to Siege Tower? That might be a safer play, because right now if we draw the Signet Ring, our next hand will be a Nightmare and we will have 0 water, so nothing to do basically. Yet if now we do Reconnaissance to Siege Tower, we get 2 water and we could use Signet Ring to Research Station. We have the Signet Ring for sure, so I think I prefer that actually, yeah. Yeah, let's do Siege Tower here. Do we send in 3 troops to overtake Armand? I don't think so. I think we can keep them for next round. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think I like that play much more. I was thinking, yes, Smugglerthopter is the best card we have, should play it. But then again, given the circumstances, I think it would maybe have hurt our game. I mean, had we not drawn Signet Ring, would probably be fine. But that's not something we can control, and here the goal is obviously to reduce variance as much as we can to ensure a positive outcome for ourselves. So he got Chome Shares and Sleeper Must Awaken, which is positive. Let's see, I don't see him winning unless obviously he's got a combat card out of it, but Lito has the restricted ordnance. Oh wait, he already revealed actually. So yeah, Baron seems to be winning that one, we'll be at 8. But yeah, we should still be fine, hopefully. We get to 9 now. Let's see our next hand. The first card on the left are the ones we would have drawn now with the Smugglerthopter, and if the first 2 there is a Signet Ring, we've done very well with our siege tower play here. So Baron is playing finesse. Is he trying to finish the game right here? He might be in a position to do so. Yeah, because if he wins and can buy a spiceless flow, that's game over. Yeah, that would leave us second. It's a shame, but that's how it ends. It's a good play from Baron, to be fair. And yeah, Lito can't do anything about that, obviously, with just one intrigue as well. 12 down there. But we should at least get second here. Yeah, I'm not sure we would have gone much further than second, to be fair. Because, yeah, we had a bit of a garrison on us, but that's it. That's our only argument. So yeah, not great, but not the worst here neither to end up second, getting the 2 elo we lost in our last game. So we get back to close to 30. Here we are, 32. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the rankings there, and then we will call it a day. Yeah, 4 away, so 1 win, and we would sneak in the top 30 there. Let's hope that's for the next game. So see you then. Have a good one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're still around here, and see you on Sunday. Bye bye.